My name is Claire Petrich, and as president of the Tacoma Sister Cities Council, I am so proud to welcome you here on this very auspicious occasion. Governors Inslee and Kravchenko, honored guests from the Kyiv region, Ambassador Mararu, Mayor Woodards, statewide elected officials, distinguished legislators, council members, and each of you, ladies and gentlemen, Dobry dan, budlasko, and welcome. Now, for many years, the Pacific Northwest has been home to Ukrainians and their families. More and more have settled here since the Russian invasion and the start of this war. That is thanks, in large part, to the leadership and the generosity shown by Governor Inslee and his fellow Washingtonians. This administration took action to provide badly needed aid and support to Ukrainian civilians and refugees from the very moment this war began. Through adversity, our two states, the Kyiv Oblast and Washington State, have forged even stronger ties. There's no doubt that our relationship will outlast the cruelty and the destruction wrought by this terrible invasion. We're gathered here today, together, to take the opportunity to cement this vital friendship between the Kyiv region and Washington State. And it's more than that, yes. I believe, actually, that our actions today should be seen as a symbol of hope and courage for all people invested in the fight for freedom and for democracy. So it is my pleasure at this moment to welcome the singer of the national anthem of both Ukraine and the United States, Miss Milana Tsaruk. If you could please come forward. Milana is 17 years old. She is a refugee from Ukraine, and she's lived here for about a year and a half. Please. Welcome.
Ще не вмерла України ні слава, ні воля. Ще нам, браття українці, усміхнеться доля. Згинуть наші вороженьки, як роса на сонці. Запануєм і ми, браття, у своїй сторонці. Тут тіло ми положим за нашу свободу і покажем, що ми браття козацького роду. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight and the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the
Thank you. That was so very, very beautiful. To hear our national songs when we're away from our country means something very special. Thank you, Melania. Now it's my pleasure to introduce to you the mayor of Tacoma. Many of you know her as a champion of equity. She's also brought focus and resources to local communities and expanding her involvement in regional and national efforts. Most of her efforts have been related to homelessness, affordable housing, public safety, support for youth and families, growing local business, and the creation of family wage jobs. But what Mayor Woodard's official biography does not tell you is that she also loves sister cities. She loves the doors that sister cities open, the doors that make each of us citizen diplomats wherever we travel. She makes friends easily with children and with mayors, with students and with high officials. About 5 years ago, the mayor helped deliver a Tacoma Fire Department ambulance to Brovary, Ukraine, Tacoma's sister city. I saw her share her beautiful singing voice with dozens of Ukrainians one evening. Indeed, the mayor of Tacoma has a true connection to the people of Ukraine. This connection is not just political, it is deeply personal. I am so pleased to introduce you to Tacoma's Mayor, Victoria Woodards.
Good afternoon, everyone. What an honor it is to join you on this special occasion. Thank you, Claire, for that kind introduction, and thank you, everyone, for being here today. I want to especially acknowledge our governor and the governor of Kyiv for joining us today for this opportunity to share this special moment. You could have chosen a ton of cities within Washington State, Governor, and you chose what I consider to be the best city, the city of Tacoma. However, it might be said that's worth clapping for. I've been known to be a little bit biased when we talk about Tacoma, so that's just only my opinion, Governor. I know you love every city equally. But this afternoon, it's an honor to be here because of our strong relationship with Ukraine, but more specifically, our sister city, Brovary, and we are proud to be a part of this momentous occasion. Our relationship formally began on August 8th, 2017, when the City Council passed Resolution 39774 that created the sister city relationship between our communities. But Tacoma's relationship with our Ukraine neighbors and Brovary is not merely one of diplomatic ties, but a heartfelt connection forged through shared values, cultural exchanges, and mutual respect. Pastor Peter Sayenko immigrated from Brovary, Ukraine, and founded the Slavic Christian Center right here in Tacoma. He strove to build relationships between Brovary and Tacoma, and Brovary sent a letter to Tacoma in 2015 declaring their interest in becoming sister cities. The Slavic Christian Church has since partnered with Tacoma and our Sister Cities program to facilitate youth and economic exchanges over the years. When he passed in 2020, Pastor Andre succeeded him to continue this very meaningful relationship. And Pastor Andre, we are so grateful for your leadership and for this continued partnership. May we give him a round of applause. Brovary Mayor Igor has visited Tacoma twice to promote this relationship. And while we are so saddened that he could not join us at this time, we look forward to inviting him to Tacoma again. And there you see the two of us in Kyiv when we went to visit some years ago. As we reflect on this historical journey of our cities, we find common threads that unite us across borders and oceans. Our cities, despite their geographical distance, share a commitment to fostering innovation, promoting education, and embracing diversity. It is these shared ideals that have laid a foundation for a partnership built on trust and true collaboration. My greatest memory of this relationship is from 2019, when our own fire chief, Torrey Green, and lots of members of his staff flew to Brovary to deliver a surplus ambulance during a welcoming ceremony. We are joined today by Tacoma firefighters and Stan Chain, who are here. Would you all please rise so that people can see who you are? Fire chief and his team took great pride in not just delivering the ambulance, but sending staff over to actually train Brovary firefighters on how to use the ambulance. And I know I don't even have to say it, but you recognize how important that ambulance has become today to that community. Stan, who is a city employee, actually took time off work, took vacation, and traveled to Germany to meet the ambulance and drive it into his home country and the city of Brovary to deliver it personally. And Stan, I say it every time I see you, but I say it again today. Thank you so much for your commitment, not just for your commitment to Brovary, but your commitment to the city and those who live here in Tacoma. We are so incredibly grateful for you. This experience and the opportunity to break bread with Brovary showed us that we are so much alike and that all that separates us is distance in our countries. When Russia invaded Ukraine, Tacoma stood by thousands of Ukrainian families representing a diverse experience by passing a resolution of support and condemning the attacks. These challenges faced by our friends in Ukraine have reminded us of the importance of standing shoulder to shoulder in the face of adversity. As a community, we have extended our support to the people of Brovary in their time of need. We saw the ambulance that we brought to Brovary used to respond to the crisis and care for the people of Ukraine during the bombings. Working with our sister city leadership, we helped to raise emergency funds to provide immediate aid and seeking additional surplus vehicles to provide that response and support for future rebuilding. Locally, we have worked with local government aid organizations and provided funding to support Ukrainian families who have come here as refugees by connecting them to resources and jobs, including those we built relationships while actually traveling to Brovary. And that relationship is evident by one member sitting in the audience today. Yulia, would you please stand? Yulia, you stay standing. Yulia was actually our translator while we were in Brovary, and we made a very deep connection, not just as co-workers, but as friends. And I considered her a friend when I left Brovary. But that relationship grew even deeper. When Yulia fled Brovary to come to the United States, and she could have gone to any city, but she chose to come to her sister city, to a place where she knew she had extended family members, and she came here to Tacoma. Not only did she make a connection again with her family here in the city of Tacoma, she also found work in the health department and translating for other families who are transitioning into this community. And I am so proud that she is here in Tacoma doing what she was doing so bravely in Brovary, but now supporting all the families who are here in Tacoma. Yulia, we are so proud of you and so honored to have you as a part of our community. Thank you.
you, Tacoma, for becoming my second home. Thank you for being here and having this opportunity to help people in all the ways. I'm proud to be here, and thank you for this safety and love and support I receive here.
Thank you. Thank you, Yulia. In the years since we continue to proclaim our support and stand in solidarity with Ukraine as they defend themselves against Russian aggression, the first of which was translated and presented in Ukrainian. Through our sister city's mission of promoting peace through mutual respect, understanding, and cooperation, the city of Tacoma and Brovary continue to hold this relationship in high regard. We stand proud of the relationship that we have built and are immensely honored to be here today as our state moves forward to finalize this relationship. With that, it is my distinct pleasure and honor to invite Stan Chain, President of the Brovary Tacoma Sister City Council, to give remarks. Stan?
Thank you, everybody, for coming here. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Claire. Thank you, Governor of Washington. Thank you, Governor of Kyiv Oblast, Почетный консул Украины в Washington. My name is Stan Chain. Just everybody here, because it's already been done so many times. I born in Ukraine. I'm born still in the Soviet regime, born in 1966. And I left Ukraine in 1989 before Soviet Union fell apart, because we left Ukraine for the freedom of the religious freedom. And we have a long journey come from Ukraine to here. And I came here to Tacoma in 1991 after I married here in Tacoma. And when I left Ukraine and left the Soviet Union that time, and I lose my citizenship of Ukraine in Soviet time, because they says if you're leaving, you're done. And I never think I'm gonna come back to Ukraine. Never think that way. I said, hey, I'm done and not gonna be coming back. Then, God mysteriously work in our heart. If we like or not, this has happened. Because later, Soviet Union fell apart. Nobody believed that. Because when I hear that, like, it's impossible. It's happened. And since God gave us a love in our heart, we still, even if we left the country where God pretty much chased us out, we still love those people. And we start working here, like we start helping, because we still have a family there, relatives, we still even friends and family. We start working how we can help there. And when the Soviet Union fell apart, even Ukraine started transform big time. They start make a celebration, would invite Christian, well, that time it's impossible, invite Christian to make a celebration of the sister, in the Brovary, celebration presented by Christian people. And they have big ceremonial and singing Christian people talk words of God. And that time, government of Ukraine, the Brovary, decide, maybe we start work with the people, and at that time we have Pastor Peter Sayenko in a meeting, and they said, how about they come up with the idea, how about we going to make a sister city? And then something new, should we do it? I don't know, maybe it's a good thing. Relation never have bad things. Sometimes we have, they have bad relation. We try good relation, always bring people together, work together, help each other. And that time we already help people, and they decide, why not? Let's do it. And he brought the idea to the United States and brought the idea to me and says, help people, it's in our heart. We're going to be working on it. And this what, we created Sister City and start working the process, get this signing done. And we have we brought the kids from Ukraine, from Brazil twice, and they in the Kid Exchange program. They learn how life here, how the kids here, that's the same thing. Kids are kids. It's like our future. They will learn from each other, work with each other. It's a great thing. And when we heard about this needs, what they need, ambulance, they need, for the rescue people. And that time we think, hey, if we can work in this ambulance, if the ambulance is going to be save one life, this is what I said at the time, if the ambulance save one life, and it's worth to work hard, try make this happen. Because vehicle, materialistic, we can replace life. It's not exchangeable, not replaceable. And with a great opportunity with fire department, have a really good vehicle. They don't want to see that things go on auction and go somewhere which they never know. And they like to see the ambulance going to be serve more people, serve more life, save more life. They work with the city. They make it happen. We're able to get the ambulance. An ambulance and have the long journey, go from here, go to ship, go across the world to get to Germany, and end up to go in the brewery in the city. And that thing ended up right before wars, the wars in the 22 start. And when the war start, when the first they have a bomb in the sister city, and they have communication military installation, they bomb the place with a nearby housing, and the ambulance was there. Save people life, rescue people. And later, when there was bombing, go to the city, the ambulance driving through the city, announced everybody was then no communication, no way to understand, hear any news. They talk news, they talk to what they're going to be nearby places they can charge a cell phone, where they're going to be rescue places and help them so much. And later the occupation was really close to the sister city. The ambulance was in the green corridor. They go across a war line and they rescue wounded people or sick people, and a lot of people they rescue from the bad territory. And their vehicle uses so much, unbelievable so much. I says that things I says wherever you spend money and time, for that project, and it's worthwhile. It's really big help, and we're glad we have the things, and that thing work really well. Later, we have with our church, we collect money, and we buy, because we know at that time, the children's hospital would have a small hospital, they have really bad vehicle. They asking the local church, would they connect to our church, we work together, we purchase another vehicle, we bring to the children's hospital, smaller vehicle, ambulance for them. They can save kids because this is our future. And I can talk to more about a lot of projects. Then it's a time limit. Everybody, we live in a time with a time limit. I will say, hey, God bless you. Thank you, everybody who come. And when we work, everybody work together, little bit, everybody a little help, we can make big things happen. And that's definitely going to be life-saving and life change in the people. And we know right now when the things work start, the work going to be to stop, then going to be a lot of needs. They're going to need right now and later medical supply, medical unit supply, because a lot of people are going to be wounded soldiers come, wounded parents come, and they're going to be a lot of help. They're going to still need recover for this bad war, for the bad things. Please, thank you, everybody, for coming. Thank you again. God bless you.
What a joy it is to have Stan in our community. Thank you. He can build everything and he can make things happen. So thank you very, very much, Stan. Not everybody knows what an honorary consul is, but an honorary consul is a person who is trusted by both the government that appoints him and the neighborhood, the community that he lives in. It is my great pleasure to introduce to you just now Valerie Golubutko, who is the honorary consul of Ukraine. And he will introduce our two governors. Thanks, Valerie, so much.
Thank you, Claire. I heard it worse, so. Dear distinguished guests, actually this is room full of friends, so dear friends. It is a very exciting day of new beginning. When some seek war and destruction, civilized people and leaders seek unity. The essence of progress lies in the idea of unity. And it proves that 1 + 1 may actually mean 3, if you are talking about how much benefit unity brings to society. Today we are gathered to celebrate the ceremony of the sister state agreement between Kyiv region and Washington state. And I have an honor to introduce two gentlemen who I consider my friends and without whom this ceremony wouldn't be possible. First, I would like to introduce Governor Inslee of Washington state, who is Washingtonian in 5th generation. He was born on the 9th of February, 1951 in Seattle. He graduated from University of Washington in 1972 with a degree in economics. In 1976, he got his law degree from Willamette University College of Law. After graduating from law school, he worked as a city prosecutor in Selah, Washington for 10 years. In 1988, Inslee was elected to the Washington House of Representatives, where he served until he was elected in 1992 to represent Washington's 4th District, Congressional District in the U.S. House of Representatives. In 2012, Inslee runs for governorship and wins the election 51 to 48%. Inslee was re-elected for Washington state governorship for 2 consecutive terms afterwards. Governor Inslee has been married to his wife, Trudy. For almost 52 years. And here another round of applause, please. Who he met in high school. They raised 3 sons and loved to spend time with their 6 grandchildren. Under his clear leadership, Washington's economy has been ranked #1 for both business and workers. In achieving this, the state has become a vital roadmap for the rest of the nation. Today, Governor Inslee and Washington state underscores its international leadership by creating yet another roadmap, becoming the first state to sign a sister state memorandum with a region in Ukraine. Washington state's global leadership in fight against climate change highlights governor's concern about future generations. He understands the threat of Russian world ideology and that Ukraine's war, in fact, is our joint defense of values and principles and right to live and wisely manage our land with the respect to dignity of a person. Governor Inslee and his wife Trudy also feel the suffering of Ukrainians. Pretty much in the first hours after full-scale invasion, I remember how Governor Inslee called me to ask how are we doing and to say that Washington state is standing stronger with people of Ukraine. And within days after Russia's full-scale invasion on democracy, Governor Inslee ordered to divest from securities linked to Russia. The history of relationships between Kyiv and the USA has a long-standing legacy. At the beginning of the 20th century, Ukraine experienced a brief period of success in its struggle for independence. In 1917, the Ukrainian People's Republic established, and on the 20th of December 1917, the US Consul James Douglas Jenkins arrived in Kyiv. In his initial report, he described Kyiv as a certain spirit of Ukrainian nationality. The spiritual DNA of the Ukrainian people lies in their aspiration toward fair and wise development. It is also my honor now to introduce to you the governor of Kyiv region, Ruslan Kravchenko. Governor Kravchenko was born on the 14th of March 1990 in the city of Severodonetsk of Lugansk region. At his early age, he made a decision that he will be defending good from evil and went to a military college in Kyiv. He was raised to love with love to the independent Ukraine, and from early age, he was ready to defend its independence in territorial integrity, not just in words, but by risking his own life. In 2014, when Russia began its initial stage of war against Ukraine, with invasion of Crimea, Governor Kravchenko served as a military prosecutor on the peninsula. When Russians first tried to bribe him and then threaten his life if he will not betray Ukraine, he, risking his life if caught at Russian military checkpoints, escaped temporarily occupied Crimea, hiding in a full van of clothes. When he got to Kyiv, he was recognized by prosecutor's office as a hero. Then, for 2 terms, he volunteered to serve on the front line in Donetsk region during initial stage of Russia's war against Ukraine. He was collecting evidence and investigating crimes of Russia in that region. 7 years and 1 day ago, Governor Kravchenko completed the investigation of the treason by former Ukrainian President Viktor Yanukovych and submitted the case to the court. After about 2 years of his court battles with the defense, Yanukovych was found guilty. Soon after that, Governor Kravchenko, for about 2 years, served as the head of the Bucha District Prosecutor's Office. He dreamed to live calm life, building his family with his wife Olena, whom he married in 2019 in a beautiful city of Bucha, surrounded by tall pine trees similar to those we enjoy seeing in Washington state. But months after that, Russia began a full-scale invasion on Ukraine. Contrary to the invasion of 2014, in February of 2022, Governor Kravchenko already had experience and exact knowledge what has to be done in case of invasion. Risking his life, he destroyed all the classified materials. He immediately became a target for Russians and still remains on their wanted list. By Russian scenario, Yanukovych was supposed to return to Ukraine as a legitimate president. It is hard to imagine what would happen to Ruslan Kravchenko if that come to be. But he was not running away from the threat. He was defending our country, and when Ukrainian army, in its counteroffensive attack, pushed back Russians from Bucha, he came back to investigate the crimes of Russians. I thought I saw all the evilness there could be, but the face of Russian world showed me deepness of evil if it is not stopped, said Governor Kravchenko, describing what he saw in Bucha. Russian soldiers told our civilians to wear white ribbons, to identify themselves as civilians. But in mass graves, Ruslan Kravchenko saw over 70% killed had white ribbons on their hands. In 2023, Ruslan Kravchenko was appointed by President Zelensky for the position of governor of Kyiv region. Governor Kravchenko dreams about seeing commercial airplanes in Ukrainian skies. He works hard to rebuild Kyiv region, bring more investments in Kyiv region, and make it a comfortable place to live, study, and work for all. After he spoke at the University of Washington 2 days ago, yesterday he made his birthday wish to take classes at the University of Washington. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Governor Jay Inslee, and following after him, Governor Ruslan Kravchenko, who will be speaking with translator.
Thank you, Counselor. It has been a joy working with you. You've represented Ukraine so well, and I appreciate your leadership in so many different ways. Governor Kravchenko, Ambassador. We have Ambassador of Romania here, which is very, very exciting. Thank you for joining us, Ambassador Mararu. Mayor Woodard, Lieutenant Governor Denny Heck, who's been a great voice for Washington State international relations. Mayor Woodard, I want to answer the question why we're here today in Tacoma. We are here in Tacoma out of all our great cities because Tacoma is the city of destiny, as you know. And today we are cementing the mutual, bright, democratically controlled destinies of Kyiv Oblast in the state of Washington. And today we are making sure that we are entwining our mutual destinies. We are committing all of our energies to that mutual destiny. And we are resolute in saying this with absolutely no reservations whatsoever. The state of Washington stands at the beginning of this intrusion by Putin, in the middle, and the end. We stand with the people of Kyiv Oblast. There are important reasons I say this. This is a sister state relationship that very much is to the benefit of the state of Washington. We hope it will be the benefit of the people of Kyiv Oblast as well. It is a benefit in its first order in being associated in any way, as close as we can be, with the heroism of the people of Kyiv Oblast. When I see our flags together, that is a tribute to Ukraine and an honor for the state of Washington. The fact that the people of Kyiv would honor the people of the state of Washington of giving us the right to stand with them in their cause is an honor for the state of Washington. And I am proud of the state of Washington to be the first state to sign a sister state relationship with one of the states in Ukraine during this war. This is what Washington does because we recognize courage and heroism. And certainly we have seen that so much from Ukraine. I read a little history, and I've read what Winston Churchill did for the people of England and the world democracies during the last time we had a madman authoritarian with imperialistic ambitions in Europe. And he gave the roar to the English people to inspire them in dark days. Let us give a round of applause here for President Zelensky's leadership on behalf of democracy in the globe today. And we have a certified grade A, AAA rated hero today personally in Governor Kravchenko. What he has done in his biography is truly amazing. If Washington State was going to recognize a friend of democracy, it would be this governor. And what he has done for his people on multiple occasions is incredible. I know that if someone's going to make a movie of these two governors, it's going to be for this governor over here, for sure, for what he has done in his multiple acts of leadership. And I've enjoyed getting to know him. I also want to say that this sister state relationship is very much in keeping with where Washingtonians' heart is, because our hearts immediately went out to the people of Ukraine. I'm proud that we donated 30 tons of medical equipment within weeks of the invasion. I'm proud that we've donated 3,500 water filters. You know, the water was contaminated early in the action when the dam was flooded in Kherson. Our state employees raised $145,000 their hard-earned money just to help the people of Ukraine. And I'm very proud that we have now been the temporary home for 25,000 refugees for Ukraine. We've embraced these people. We are proud to be able to say that we want to stand with them until they can return to Ukraine. And they are doing so much for our state. I I've met the families associated with Thrive International in Spokane. And when I hear Milana, where'd Milana go? Milana, where'd she go? She might have had to leave. Milana is a student at Highline Community College. And I can assure you she's teaching other people at Highline Community College important lessons. People in Ukraine are making our state richer during this hiatus while they are here. It is to our benefit. And this sister state relationship is to our economic benefit as well, because we know Ukraine is going to rebuild, and we have enormous economic opportunities for our businesses in the state of Washington to provide goods and services for the people of Ukraine and Kyiv while they rebuild this massive building project. And they are already underway. What they have done already in the rebuilding, tens of thousands of housing units, is truly extraordinary. And we stand ready and willing to provide goods and services to them, starting including in our armaments. We need to give the people of Ukraine the tools so they can finish the job. We're very hopeful that the U.S. Congress will very rapidly provide assistance to the Ukraine military. And our defense contractors are ready to help in the state of Washington. We're going out to safe boats to see several boats heading for the Ukraine Navy as soon as we can get them shipped to the Ukraine. This is in the economic benefit to have this relationship as well as a moral boost. So I want to thank the people of Kyiv Oblast for giving this honor. I know it's going to do a lot for our mutual people, and Slava Ukraina. Good luck.
Добрий день, всіх радий вітати.
Good evening. I'm glad to greet everybody.
Радий і гордий тут знаходитись.
I am pleased and I'm proud to be here.
Вибачаюсь, що не вивчив за короткий проміжок англійську мову.
I am sorry I didn't learn English in such a short time.
Але я до цього вставав о 6 годині.
But until now I was waking up at 6 in the morning.
Щоб мати можливість позайматися англійською мовою.
In order to learn English.
Увечері
In the evenings.
В 10 годині
At 10 p.m.
я продовжував займатися.
I continue to study.
Потім я знову працював.
And then I continue to work.
Результати є.
There are results.
Я розумію.
And I understand.
70-80%.
70 to 80%.
Але ще не почав говорити більше.
But I have not started to practice or speak more.
Але тут є люди, яким я можу пообіцяти, що наступну поїздку я вже приїду.
But there are people to whom I can promise that on the next trip when I come,
і буду розмовляти ідіомами.
and I will speak fluently in both languages.
Але декілька ідіом я вже знаю.
But I know a few phrases.
The sky
Небо
is not the limit.
не є лімітом чи обмеженням.
Я не просто так сказав цю ідіому.
I didn't just simply say this phrase.
Я її згадував, коли виступав перед студентами з університету Вашингтон.
I was saying this phrase when I was speaking to the students of the University of Washington.
Тому що я представником незламної нації.
Because I represent unbreakable nation.
І я гордий цим.
I am proud of that.
Що можу її представляти перед вами.
That I can present it before you.
Я дякую губернатору штату Вашингтон.
I'm thankful to the governor of Washington State.
Я дякую меру Такому.
I'm thankful to the mayor of city of Tacoma.
Я дякую адміністрації штату Вашингтон.
I'm thankful for the administration of Washington State.
Я дякую кожному громадянину Сполучених Штатів Америки.
I'm thankful to every citizen of the United States.
Вашому президенту.
To your president.
За цю можливість бути тут.
For this opportunity to be here.
Але є ще люди, завдяки кому я тут знаходжусь.
But there are other people thanks to whom I am able to be here.
це Збройні Сили України.
These are the defenders of Ukraine, the military of Ukraine.
Саме вони перші стали на захист нашої країни.
They were the first ones to stand in defense of our country.
І завдяки ним я можу жити.
And because of them, I can live.
І тому нам переді мною стоїть дуже багато завдань.
And so I have a lot of assignments before me.
Тому що після деокупації від російської армії Київська область зазнала дуже
Because after
великих
the occupations of the Kyiv region has found a lot of harm.
29 тисяч об'єктів зруйновано.
29,000 objects were destroyed.
Ви, напевно, зараз сприймаєте це на слух і не розумієте, яка ця кількість.
It's probably just you just listen to that and you don't comprehend the magnificence of it all.
Але коли ви будете мати можливість прогулятись
But if you will have an opportunity to take a walk
по місту Такома
in the city of Tacoma
або Сіетл,
or Seattle,
ви можете порахувати, скільки ви нарахуєте об'єктів нерухомості,
you will see how many buildings you can count.
і ви тоді зрозумієте, що ви за місяць не порахуєте 29 тисяч об'єктів.
And you'll be able to understand in a month you'll have a difficulty to count 29,000 buildings.
Але тепер ми маємо цю цифру зруйнованого майна.
But right now we have this number of destroyed properties.
Але є і успішні новини.
But we also have successful news.
Не чекаючи закінчення війни,
Not waiting for the end of the war,
президент України
the President of
та
Ukraine
уряд
and the Congress,
за підтримку наших друзів, партнерів,
with the support of our friends and partners,
зокрема Сполучених Штатів Америки,
specifically United States of America,
ми на сьогоднішній день вже відновили 17 тисяч об'єктів.
today we were able to restore 17,000 objects or properties already.
Це все бетон і цегли.
This is all cement and bricks.
Ми це повернемо, відбудуємо.
We will restore it, we will rebuild it,
Але, на жаль, наших людей ми не повернемо,
but unfortunately we cannot take our people back or bring our people
які
back
загинули від грязних рук російської армії.
that have perished because of the dirty hands of Russian army.
Тільки під час окупації загинули майже 2000 людей.
Only during the occupation around 2,000 people were killed.
З них більше 100 дітей.
Over 100 of them were children.
Людей вбивали просто так,
People were killed just because.
за те, що вони просто українці.
Just because they are Ukrainians.
За те, що вони розмовляють російською мовою,
Because they speak Russian language,
українською.
Ukrainian.
Їх просто вбивали.
They were simply killed.
Будучи прокурором разом з іншими правоохоронцями,
Being prosecutor and with other law enforcement officers,
ми зібрали достатньо доказів на підтвердження того, що саме Росія хотіла знищити нас.
we were able to collect enough evidence to prove that Russia was out to destroy us.
Але завдяки простим людям,
But because of simple men
які вступили до лав Збройних сил України,
that stepped in to be part of the military defense,
і за колосальної підтримки Сполучених Штатів Америки,
and because of the tremendous support of the United States of America,
ми ведемо тяжку війну.
we are leading this horrific war.
Я хочу вам показати, я передам губернатору Вашингтону,
I want to show you, and I will present this to the governor of Washington State,
щоб передати до музею штату Вашингтон.
to pass this to the Museum of Washington State.
Таке у нас життя було до вторгнення Російської Федерації.
This is what our life looked like before the invasion of Russia.
Тут фотографія, малюнок Центрального парку в Ірпіні.
This is the picture of the Central Park in Irpin.
А внутрішньо знаходиться, що залишилось після російської
And on
армії.
the inside, you can see what is remaining after the invasion of Russian army.
Це залізний кортик.
This is the sharp metal piece.
Ці кортики судові експерти дістали з тіла одного загиблого.
These pieces were extracted, medical examiners, they extracted it from the bodies of some of the deceased.
Таких кортиків дістали тисячі.
They gathered around 1,000 of these kind of pieces.
З дітей також.
Out of children.
Ці кортики росіяни клали в бомби.
These pieces Russians placed in their missiles.
І обстрілювали житлові квартали.
And they aimed at these living areas, living courts.
Це вбивча зброя росіян проти української нації.
This was the killing weapon of Russia against Ukraine.
Я спеціально передаю це до музею,
I'm
до
passing this
офісу
to the
штату
Museum
Вашингтон,
of Washington State.
щоб ви показували своїм нащадкам,
So you would pass this and show this to your
а
ancestors.
нащадки майбутнім нащадкам,
And ancestors would pass it to their ancestors.
обличчя зла.
This is the face of evil.
Тому що, на мою думку,
Because in my opinion,
війна – це боротьба між злом і добром.
war is the fight between good and evil.
Зараз багато питань піднімаються щодо допомоги Україні.
There are a lot of questions that are raised as in relation to the help for Ukraine, to aid to Ukraine.
Деякі особистості
Some individuals
говорять, щоб ми піднімали білий прапор.
are saying that we need to raise the white flag.
Але українці, щоб ви розуміли їх настрій,
But in order for you to
Зараз.
understand Ukrainian attitude or their atmosphere right now,
під час обстрілів постійних,
with continuous missiles that they're getting,
вони готові тільки прапор підняти, коли відкриється Starbucks.
the only white flag they're ready to raise is for the Starbucks when they will open up in
Але не
Ukraine.
зараз. Наш президент України не один раз говорив, що перемога не може бути одноособовою.
Our president said many times that victory cannot be individual or one person by one person.
І це є так.
And it is true.
Ми здобудемо перемогу
We will achieve victory
разом з нашими партнерами.
together with our partners.
І я вважаю, що головний стратегічний партнер – це є Сполучені Штати Америки.
And I think the biggest strategic partner is the United States of America.
Ми, а вже ж, очікуємо підтримку,
We're awaiting for help
тому що Україна для Сполучених Штатів Америки є надійним партнером,
because Ukraine is a trusted partner to the United States of America
very much strong.
in the area of much strong. Oh, very strong.
Дуже сильним партнером. З нами ви можете досягти вершин.
With us, you can achieve your heights,
Але треба вибрати. От сьогодні ми з конгресвумен зустрічались.
Today we met with a congresswoman in the morning,
Вона за мене запитала, а що передати моїм колегам?
and
Яке
she
послання?
asked me, what message can I pass to my colleagues when they will ask me?
Я їй сказав,
And I told her,
Сполучені Штати Америки є світовим лідером.
United States of America is the world leader.
І саме світовий лідер є
The world leader is
представником добра.
the representation of good.
І світовому лідеру потрібні стратегічні надійні партнери.
And this world leader needs a strategic, faithful partners.
І таким і є Україна.
And this is who Ukraine is.
І тому Сьогодні йде голосування, 218 голосів потрібно зібрати для окремого закону.
And right now there are votes that are being collected. They need 218 votes for a certain agreement to be passed.
Ми про це сьогодні говорили з губернатором Вашингтона.
We spoke about this with the governor of Washington.
А тому беріть телефони
And so pick up your phones
і набирайте знайомим конгресменам.
and call your congressman.
Трішки менше 100 голосів не вистачає.
They need a little bit less than 100 votes that are necessary.
Я впевнений, що ми разом з вами дійдемо до повної перемоги і перемоги над злом.
I am confident that together we will be able to reach the victory and victory over evil.
А сьогодні я, як представник Київської області,
And today I am representing Kyiv Oblast.
приїхав зі своєю командою.
I came with my team
Не жалітись вам,
not to complain to you,
тому що ми сильні, ми ж рухаємось далі.
because we are strong and we are moving forward.
Ви бачите, як ми будуємо.
You see how we are building.
Але просто відбудувати все житло і повернути наших людей – це замало.
But it's not enough to just restore our buildings and to get our people back.
Нам треба створити умови,
We want to create an
щоб у
environment
людей були робочі місця.
so that people would have places to work.
Ми приїхали сюди підписати цей меморандум,
We came here with the mission to sign this memorandum
який є історичним,
that is historical.
як і для Сполучених Штатів,
As for United States,
так і для України.
the same is for Ukraine.
Тому що це перший меморандум між областю та штатом Сполучених Штатів.
Because this is the first memorandum between the region or oblast and a state in the United States.
Це меморандум про співпрацю в економічній сфері,
This is a memorandum of collaboration in economical state
а також про підтримку.
and about support.
Ми вже з робочою командою губернатора домовились і напрацювали за ці дні дуже багато комплексних підходів в роботі.
Together with the governor's team, we were able to work on multiple aspects.
Зокрема, це онлайн-платформа
And specifically, it is an online platform
для виробників штату Вашингтон
for the manufacturers of Washington State
і для виробників Київської області.
and for the manufacturers of Kyiv region.
Аналог торгової палати.
It is the trade committee
Проводячи зустрічі з бізнесом штату Вашингтон,
creating the trade with Washington State.
я зрозумів, що мало інформації між нами.
I've realized that we don't have enough
Між
information
бізнесом Київської області, між бізнесом штату Вашингтон.
between the businesses of Kyiv region and businesses of Washington State.
Ми вже проводили в ці дні, ми вже знайшли, як збільшити прибуток для підприємців штату Вашингтон, для підприємців Київської області.
In these short few days, we already found ways to increase income for the people, the owners of Washington State, businesses and business owners of Kyiv region.
Ми сьогодні з паном губернатором вирішили, що треба вже працювати.
With the governor, we've already decided that we need to work.
Вже наговорились.
We've talked,
Треба працювати ще вчора.
and we need to work yesterday.
Тому що всі ці дії направлені на економічний розвиток наших регіонів.
Because all of these actions are aimed at the economic development of our regions
А також на добробут наших громадян.
and also for the well-being of our citizens.
Знаєте, що в майбутньому,
You know, in the future,
після закінчення війни,
after the end of the war,
коли Україна переможе,
when Ukraine will have a victory,
ви перші, хто будете відмічати цю перемогу разом з нами.
you will be the first ones to celebrate this victory together with us.
і про ідіому я не договорив.
And I didn't finish my phrases.
Ця ідіома для мене дуже значна,
This phrase is very significant for
тому
me
що вона показує, що ніколи не можна здаватись,
because it signifies that you can never give up
і нічого в житті неможливого немає.
and there is nothing impossible in life.
Немає закритих дверей.
There are no closed doors.
І тому я тут
And this is why I am here.
і призиваю вас
And I'm calling you
разом з нами
together with us
відкривати всі двері
to open all the doors
і разом
and together
добуватись успіхів
to achieve success
в економічній сфері,
in the economic sphere,
відкрити нове виробництво,
opening
щоб
manufacturers
наші бізнесмени, наші інвестори
so that our businessmen, our investors
щось придумали разом.
would create something together.
Наприклад, у нас є підприємство, яке вивчає рак.
For example, we have manufacturers that are studying cancer.
І в рамках нашого меморандуму ми можемо співпрацювати
And within the boundaries of our memorandum, we can collaborate
і разом відкрити ліки від раку
and we can create and find medications against cancer.
і допомогти всьому людству.
And we can help all humanity.
Зараз наші громадяни дуже сильно страждають.
Currently, our citizens are suffering significantly
В ментальному плані,
in the mental aspect,
в фізичному плані.
physically.
Дуже багато дітей.
There are many children.
Діти впадають в хаос, в істерику
The children fall into chaos and hysteria
після кожного взриву чи вибуху.
every explosion that happens.
І можна зробити так, і вони будуть сховаються і не будуть виходити.
After doing that, they will hide away and will not come out.
Це просто діти.
These are just children.
Ваші діти можуть сходити за морозивом,
Your children can go get ice cream,
а наші діти можуть тільки мріяти в укритті про морозиво
and our children can only dream of that in the shelters
під час вибухів.
During the explosions.
Я також приїхав презентувати презентацію про нову ідею відкриття реабілітаційного центру.
I'm also came to present an idea of the opening rehabilitation center
Повного спектру реабілітації фізичної і ментальної,
for the full spectrum of rehabilitation, physical and mental,
де будуть також лікуватись діти,
where children will also receive care
які навіть від такого удару ховаються.
that are hiding from this kind of sound.
Ми між нашими командами будемо обмінюватись і цю презентацію надамо.
We will exchange information and will present this information with our teams.
Ми хочемо разом з використанням обласного бюджету нашої Київської області,
Together from the budget of our Kyiv region,
разом з іншими інвесторами зі всього світу,
together with different investors from all over the world
урядових, неурядових організацій,
and different organizations.
відкрити на території Київської області такий реабілітаційний центр.
We would like to open this kind of rehabilitation center in Kyiv region
Який стане прикладом
that will become an example
для всього людства
for all people,
спільної,
mutual,
синергічної
synergistic
енергії,
energy
добра,
of goodness
яка переможе зло.
that will overcome the
І
evil.
дуже надіюсь, що
And I really hope
першим нашим партнером
that our first partner
в будівництві і реконструкції
in the building and reconstruction
реабілітаційного центру
of this rehabilitation center
для дітей,
for the
які
children
в укритті мріють
that
про морозиво,
are in hiding dreaming of that ice cream
стане інвестори і наші партнери
will be investors and
друзі.
our partners
штату Вашингтон.
from Washington State.
З великою повагою до вас,
With great respect to you,
разом до перемоги.
together to victory.
Thank you so much. Вибачте, будь ласка,
Forgive me, please.
я маю медаль для мера Токоми
I have a medal for the mayor of Tacoma
від її друга мера Броварів.
from the mayor of Brovary, a friend.
Він так радів, що поїде до вас,
He was so happy to come to you.
і не міг спати.
He couldn't sleep
І зламав руку,
and he broke his arm
і не приїхав.
and he didn't come.
А я також радів, але стримувався.
I was also rejoicing, but I restrained myself.
І тому я тут.
And so
І
therefore
можу
I
вам
am here.
передати знак пошани.
And as a sign of respect,
Governors. Yes. There we go. Дайте ручку.
Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, we've just signed our sister state relationship with Kyiv. We want to particularly honor this incredible governor by honoring him on his birthday. If I may ask you to join me in singing happy birthday to this tremendous.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Governor. Happy birthday to you. $34 today.
Quite a lot.
Governor, don't we wish?
Yes.
I just want to take a moment to say thank you. Thank you to all of you for being here today to witness the signing of this great partnership. Governor Inslee and Governor Kravchenko, thank you so much for doing this here in Tacoma, but more so, thank you for your leadership in your two states in showing the rest of the world what true partner leadership is. And when we all work together, we make not only our countries and our states and our cities better, but we make the world better. Thank you so very much. Let's give them another round of applause. As I offer just a few closing thoughts, I do want to take this opportunity to acknowledge my Deputy Mayor, John Hines, who has joined us today. John, please give a wave. I also would be remiss if I didn't thank the wonderful staff on both the city side, my team, and the governor's team from the state side, for putting all of this together for all of you. Can we give them a round of applause? And finally, as we all reaffirm our commitment to our sister city and our new sister state, let us redouble our efforts to deepen our partnership and to explore new avenues of collaboration. Together, but only together, can we build a brighter future for generations to come, one defined by friendship, cooperation, and shared prosperity. Thank you all very much, and thank you to all of you for being present with us here today.